the user. Okay, so we are live now. Hello guys, and welcome to today's Python bootcamp. So in today's video, what we are going to do, we are going to see Python's basics, how you can use Python, and we are not going to, you know, uh, dive into the theory part because it's boring, as everyone knows. You can learn it on online sources. It's very much available there. Pretty much everything is there. So in today's video, what we are going to do, we are going to build mini projects. So it will be fun for you guys, and you'll be learning while you are doing the projects. So we'll do two mini projects today, which is very simple. So you don't need any previous knowledge about this Python language. Just try to do it with me, and you'll be able to do the code, and you'll get the basic understanding of how Python works. So yeah, that's about the course. So in today's video, it's going to be very fun. So first project, what we are going to build, we are going to build a small quiz game in which we are going to put some questions and answers, and we are going to let users answer and give how many marks they or percentage they got. And in the second project, we are going to use the random module, and we are going to make a guess the number game in which user can put a range, and then guess the number whichever number is generated. Yeah, so these are the two mini projects that we are going to do. So let's start with it. So in today's video, I'm going to use VS Code, but you can use ideally if you want to. So the prerequisites are that you have to install Python in your system. You can use ideally, which looks something like this. So here you can write your Python code. If you have downloaded Python, it must be there in your system ideally. So you can use this, try to make a text file and then run it here. Don't just write your code over here. Make a file first and then run your code over here if you want to do it. In Then you can also use Jupyter if you want to use Jupyter. But if it's your first time using Python, I prefer you not use Jupyter Notebook. Use this VS Code or ideally. So yeah, with that, let's start this course. First, let's make a file. Which program are we going to do first? We'll do the quiz.py. So yeah, so in Python, if you want to print something on the screen, you can write print function. So this is how print function looks, in which you pass a string. So let's say my online quiz game. Let's welcome the user. Welcome to the online quiz game. Let's welcome to the quiz game only. Yeah. Now if you want to run it, you can just play this like play button, run code button. Just click on it and you'll see that the code is working just fine. Yeah, so we have welcomed the user. Now what we are going to do, we are going to ask the user if you want to play or not. So for that, we have to take some input from the user, correct? So for taking input, we are going to make a variable, and then we'll say input. This input function takes input from the user, and we'll say do you want to play, and we'll make a space over here. Why? I'll tell you later. So what this input function does is it will take some input, but first it will print this, do you want to play, and then it will take the input in choice. Why we are putting this space over here is because when the user will give input, it will be congested like together after the question mark. So because of that, we have put a space over here. so that user can write easily. So let's try to run it. Let me make it big. Do you want to play? Let's say yes. Okay, it's not doing anything because we haven't write the code yet. So yeah, this takes the input. Now we'll say if choice is equal to yes, then what we are going to do, let's say not equal to yes. So if user provides anything other than yes, we'll just stop the program there and there. So yeah, this is the quit function. What it does is it takes you out of the program. It will stop the execution of the program. Correct? So let's try to run it now. Do you want to play? No. So it will exit the code. Let me put something else over here so that you can see. If it's not yes, if it's yes, let's print something like let's play then. We don't even have to put else. Let's remove else. Correct. So if user provides anything other than yes, it will be stopped. And if they provide yes, then this will be printed. Let's play then. Let's try it. Do you want to play? Yes. Let's play then. So this is working just fine. Correct. But there is a minor issue over here. So let's say user provides yes only, but like this with capitals. So it will not execute and it will quit. Why? Because capital YES and small YES is different, considered different. That's why this is case sensitive. So for that, what we can do is, so let's say choice dot lower. There is a function called lower. What it will do is it will make the you know user's choice into lowercase letters. So if they have provided capital yes or small yes, one small one capital, it will all be converted into lower. So now if we provide capital yes, it will work. Say y and s is again capital. So yeah, see, it is working now. So by using this lower, we can do this. Notice one more thing. If you have used C or C++ or Java previously, in that we provide uh, brackets, curly braces, but in this Python we just have to provide indentation. So after if, you can provide indentation. If you do not provide, it will show you an error. And don't use spaces, use tabs because it's preferable. Yeah, so now that we have provided, user have provided the choice, now what we can do is, let's say let's take user's answer like this. Answer is equal to input. Let's say what does ALU stand for? Correct. So user will provide an answer. So now we have to check that what is that answer. So if answer is equal to arithmetic logical unit, then it is correct. So we'll print correct. Yeah. And else what we'll do? Else will print it's not correct. Incorrect answer. Yeah. So here also, if they provide capital or small, something like that, you can do lower. So now it will work fine. So let's try and run this. Do you want to play? Let's say yes, I want to play. So let's provide this arithmetic logical unit. So yeah, our answer is correct. The spelling must be correct. So let's say if we provide wrong spelling, it will give you the wrong, like arithmetic logical unit. So it will give you the that is incorrect answer. Yeah. So this this is how our game will work. So let's put some more, questions in it. So let's just copy paste this. We'll make 5 questions or 4 questions. Let's make 4 questions. So you can use these variables again and again in Python. It does not matter if you don't have to provide a new variable name every time, because once it is used, it will be new every time. So you can use it over here. So let's do it for acronyms only. Let's say, what does CPU stand for? Central Processing Unit. Then what we'll do? Let's say RAM. What does RAM stand for? Random Access Memory. Then we'll say, what does TED stand for? It is not TED Talk. It is the Education Diary. Correct? So let's try and run this. I want to play. Yes, I want to play the game. Arithmetic Logical Unit. Yes, I got one correct. What does CPU stand for? Let's provide something wrong. Central Peaking Unit. Oh, incorrect. I got one wrong. Then Random Access Memory. Oh, I got this also wrong. There must be a spelling mistake over here. Okay. TED stands for the Education Diary. Why it is giving incorrect? We have provided the correct answer only. Let's try to print the answer. Print answer. Yes. Logical Unit. Central Processing. It's going into incorrect answer. Let's see what is the issue over there. Does RAM stand for? Random Access Memory. It's working just fine. We are just making some spelling mistakes. Let's remove this. The Education Diary. Okay, so this is working just fine. So our quiz game is working now. So in this, what you have learned? You learned how to you can use if, else, and making variables and taking inputs. So now what we can make in this? So let's say we'll provide some uh, percentage or mark, something like that. So let's say percentage. Let's make it like 0. Let's make it marks is equal to 0. It is 0 first. So every time a correct answer is given, what we'll do? We'll do marks plus equal to 1. So this is equal to marks is equal to marks plus 1. So these both are equal. So we'll use marks plus or is equal to 1. There are shorthand operators. So we'll use them. So if that is the case, we'll add it into this. Correct. This is also correct. We'll make it here. is also correct. We'll make it over here. After the quiz is over, what we'll do? We'll just print it. Print. You got, we have put marks, right? You have got this much marks. Let's try and run that. Yes, I want to play. Arithmetic, logical unit, central processing unit, random access memory, the education diary. This is very important. TED, the education diary. Correct? Yeah. So you got 3. Let's put something like, let's put percentage over here and make marks as percentage. Marks into marks divided by 4 into 100. Let's put it in, brackets. Correct? Let's try and run this again. Yes. Arithmetic. RAM. Correct. So we are getting percentage now. Correct? So think what else you can do in this and try to modify this code on your own. See how that goes. So in this code, we saw how you can, print, take input and use if else statement. There is one more thing, elif. We'll see in the next, you know, mini project. This is how you can make a, small quiz game. Try to make this with me only. So yeah, this is how you can make it. So let's go to the next mini project. So next we are going to make guess. So in this game, what we are going to do, we are going to, generate a random number between a given range, and we are going to make user guesses. So user will take a guess, and if the guess is right, we'll tell that the guess is you got correct answer, or else you have not got the correct answer. So to, generate random numbers and do random stuff in Python, uh, you can use a module named random. So for that you have to, import that module first. Correct? So this is called as a module in Python which is named random. So when you install Python, it is already installed with it. It's predefined in Python. So there are other libraries as well, modules as well. Like if I want to make a module for some purpose, I can make it, but if you want to use it, you have to install it first. But because this comes with your Python only, you don't have to install it, you just have to import this module first. So what we are going to do, we'll import random and say as r. So it is like a short name, pet name for random. So I don't want to use random every time, so I'm using the acronym as r. So whenever I want to, access any functions in this random module, I'll use r, and then I can use its functions. So because of that, we are using as r. Correct? So now what we are going to do, let's print something first. Let's take input only. Don't tell anything, just take input from the user. So let's say equal to input, enter a number. Correct? Let's try and run this. Okay, it's taking the input. So let's see now. So what we have, let me show you some functions first. So if you want to, print random numbers, random generated numbers, what you can do is r dot random integer. You can use this function. So what you can do is you have to provide a lower bound, which is I'll provide as 0, and you have to provide an upper bound like 11. So what this will do is this will print a random number between 0 to 11. See, so every time it will generate new any random number, 10, 2. See, it's random. It will be generated between 0 to 11, correct? So we are going to use this function to generate random numbers, correct? So now what we have to do, we want to do is, so we are taking some input from the user, taking a number from the user. So we want to, uh, generate a random number between 0 to the provided top range. So for that, what we have to provide, we have to provide this r rand integer function with 0 and this number. So but in this code, user is giving input. This input function takes input as a string. So because of that, we have to use one more function. So let's say if range top is digit. So it will check if it's a digit or not. So if it's a digit, what we are going to do, we are going to convert it to a integer. So to convert a string into integer, we can use integer function, int function. For that, what we'll do, we'll say uh, range top equal to integer of range top, correct? You can do like this also, just put integer over here only. You can do this, but I would not recommend it. Just do it by this method only. So this will convert your range into integer. So now we have to generate a random number. Random number is equal to r, it's our module name, r dot rand int, and from 0 to range top. So it will generate a random number between 0 to the given range. So now that it is generated, so if user is provided anything other than a number, what we'll do, we'll just print something like, don't be over smart, enter a number next time. Enter a number next time, and we'll quit the program, correct? So let's try to run this. Enter a number. I am very over smart, I'll provide hello. So it is giving me enter a number next time. Enter a number. Okay, so number is given, so and nothing is printed. So code is working just fine. So yeah, so our random number is generated now. So what we want to do is, until we want to make a loop, right? So we have to take users guesses again and again. So for that, we are going to make a loop like while true. So this will make an infinite loop. So in that, what we are going to do, we are going to take users guesses. Let's say guess equal to input, make a guess. So if now again user can input a string over here, so we have to check it. So we'll check if guess dot is digit, we'll just convert the guess into integer guess. correct? Else what you have to do, we'll say print enter guess a number please. And what we'll do, we'll put a continue statement over here. So what continue do is, it will stop the current iteration and it will move to the next iteration of the loop. So this will be done by continue. So we have made it integer. Now what we'll do, we'll check if guess is equal to our random number, correct? We'll say print you got the answer. Else what we'll do, else we'll print try again, and we'll put a continue statement over here. So when user get the correct answer, we'll put a break statement over here. So break will terminate the loop and it will go out of the loop, correct? Let's try to run this. Enter a number, let's say I'm providing 20. So it will generate a random number between 0 to 20. So make a guess, let's say 1, try again 2, try again 3. Oh, okay, not getting it. You got the answer. After 14 tries, we have got the answer. So yeah, this is guessing the number. So now what we can do is, let's provide some suggestions to the user, because we got answer after 14 tries. So let's say if it's equal to this, we are printing this, right? So let's see elif statement now. Let's say elif, if guess is less than random number, we'll say don't think too low, go higher, go higher and higher, correct? Else it means it is greater than the random number. So we'll print don't think too high, go lower, and we'll say continue. So this will give us suggestions. Now let's try to run this. Enter a number, let's say we are providing 30. Make a guess 1, don't think too low, don't think too high. Okay, we have provided the conditions wrong here. Let's make a key interrupt and do it again. The number 20, make a guess. Oh, on the first try. Let's try to run this again. So what's happening over here? We have done something wrong. It's only going to this. If our guess number is lower than the random number, we'll say this. Guess is lower than random. So we'll say don't think too low, go higher, else we'll do this. So it's correct. Let's try to run this again. Okay, so it was, we put a semicolon by mistake there. So don't think too low, go higher. Let's say 5. Oh, much higher. Say 10. Okay, so now we know it's between 5 to 10. So what we can do? We can say 8. You got the answer, correct? So now what we can do is we'll say in how many times you got the answer. So to do that, what we are going to do, let's say we are going to make a variable like count, and we'll make it as 0 first. So in every iteration, every guess, we'll say guess plus or is equal to 1, correct? And after the loop, what we are going to say, print you got the answer in, we have made count, you got the answer in how many guesses. This will print that. Let's try to run this now. Let's provide a huge number. Oh, we have to put count over here. Say 100, I guess 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40. Arey bhai. Don't think too low. Okay, so it's between 40 to 50. Let's say 45. Let's say 47. Say 48, 49, 50, 51. I guess it's in, there is some issue. Let's see what's the issue over here. The number, let's say 20. I guess 1. Okay, we got the answer in 8 guesses. All. This is too much. Yeah. So this is how you can make uh you know uh, a guessing game in Python. So you can use this random module and you can generate random numbers with it. So this is how you can do it. Let's say what else we can put over here. Yeah, we have done pretty much everything in it. So yeah, that is about that. So yeah, try this code on your own, and we are excited to announce you that we are going to launch a intern training and internship program. So there will be interview for the the students will be selected on interview basis. There will be 1 month of training period, and then following month there will be internships in this following domains like Python, Java, web development, data science, software testing, and digital marketing. So the program is starting from 18th of December, and that fees is 2,999 only. But if you will join today only, there will be discount for you, and it will cost you only 1,999. So go there and enroll it now and now only. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Till then,